We're going to look at structuring some essays. We're going to look at Structuring character analysis answers in GCSE exams or any literature analysis is crucial to ensure your response is organised and clear. Is really important. A lot of your marks come from organisation and clarity. So here is a structured approach that you can follow. Start with a brief introduction that provides context for the character you'll be analysing. Mention the character's name, the work they appear in, so what is the play or the novel or the poem or whatever, and the author's name, and any pertinent background information about the character if it is relevant to your analysis. You don't need to go on and on about things that aren't relevant. So you do not have time in your exam to waffle. Okay, so is it relevant before you write it down? Character description. Begin by describing the physical or personality traits of the character if they're relevant. Highlight key moments in the text that reveal these traits. Use specific examples. If you can't remember any quotes, that's fine, but use specific examples to support your descriptions. If you are describing someone as paranoid, give us an example of why. If you are describing someone as loyal, give us an example of why. Then discuss the character development. Talk about how they change or evolve throughout the text. Do they undergo a transformation? If so, explain the reason behind it. So why do they change? Identify key events, decisions, interactions that contribute to the character's development, and use quotes or textual evidence to support your analysis. So, for example, if your character has just come back from a battle at the beginning, if it's Shakespeare, it's almost always they've come back from a battle, that is evidence that they are loyal to their king. And then if they kill their king later on, that's evidence that they've become less loyal to their king. Yeah, so evidence of change. Motivations and goals. So explore the characters' reasons. So what drives them to act in certain ways? Analyse their internal and external motivations. Provide evidence from the text to support your analysis. So an example of this might be looking at Macbeth again. His ambition was an internal motivation, and his wife is an external motivation. Okay, so that's evident, and give evidence from the text to support your analysis. Relationships. Examine the character's relationship with other characters. How do they interact with the others in the story? And discuss the impact of these relationships on the character's development and actions. Use examples and quotes if you can remember them to illustrate these relationships. So, for example, you might be talking about Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Their relationship is really important to the development of those characters. Themes and significance. So discuss the role of the character in advancing the themes of the text. Explain how the character contributes to the overall meaning or message of the work. Connect the character's actions and development to broader thematic elements rather. So the change of the character, how does that connect to the themes in the story? So if I was talking about back to Macbeth again, I've been doing that one recently, the themes of supernatural influence and Macbeth's character change is very closely connected. Style and language. Comment on the author's use of style and language in portraying the character. Analyse any literary devices or techniques employed to convey the character's attributes. So, for example, if you were doing The Tempest and you're talking about Ariel, you would say they have this very lyrical way of speaking, and that shows their character as this sort of ethereal, magical creature. Okay? And in your conclusion, summarise your key points about the character's traits, development, motivation, relationship, symbolism, and thematic significance. I can say thematic, I promise. Offer a final thought or insight about the character and their role in the text, and conclude by restating the character's importance within the text as a whole, within the work as a whole. Remember to provide specific evidence from the text to support your analysis, and always link your points back to the character's role in the broader context of the work. And make sure your writing is clear and concise. Do not waffle. I do not want to be reading any waffle in anyone's answers. Use proper grammar and spelling throughout your response. Take your time wherever you can to check back through. Make sure you've got a little bit of time at the end to check back through. I need to be able to understand what you've written. On the subject of taking your time, if this structure is going to take you too long, take a look at a shorter structure. Okay, I've got a video in the link linked below about writing a shorter version of this structure, and it's really important to make sure you know how long you will take to write these answers. If you have time to do this long structure, that's lovely. If you need the shorter one, have a look at the shorter one. Give yourself that option. For more English revision, subscribe to this channel. There's new videos out every week, and check out the playlists linked below.